YouTube? So today my delivery guy stole my food and now we have to react to some stuff before we start the stream. So we're reacting to Jeppy. Jeppy always makes amazing content. Today we're looking at the complete lore breakdown of Pearl. We are learning today, everyone. And yeah, shout out to Jeppy. I appreciate you, man. You make amazing content. Go check him out. He's the go-to lore guy. My dogs are barking. And if you guys want to see this stuff live, come on over to twitch.tv/eggwick. And if you do enjoy the content, please consider subscribing to the YouTube channel. And also subscribe to Jeppy. Let's go watch while I eat some dinner. Oh my god, everyone is subbing. Thank you for the 5 gifted bot. VN Mastro. Thank you for the Prime Kentucky Noodle. Holy sh. Thank you for the tier 3 on 4 months. I appreciate you. Jesus Christ. All right, let's do it.
Everybody, Jeff here, and welcome to.
Oh my god. Wait. J Pie. Thank you for the Prime. Wait, can I just say Jeppy has amazing quality? Wait, what the hell? Does this man get an editor or something? Look.
Hey everybody, Jeff
Look
here,
at that.
and welcome
that's
to
beautiful.
Pearl's map lore video. I spent hours on the brand new map searching around for every Easter egg and hidden piece of lore I can find. Let's get right into it. So, as I'm sure most of you know, Pearl is actually located in Lisbon, Portugal on Omega Earth. This is the first map ever in Valorant to not take place on our Earth.
Wait, isn't Fracture supposed to be like a split between both of them? Like, isn't it a split between Omega and the original Earth? Can anyone confirm? Zureo, thank you for the gifted. Fatal God, thanks for the Prime. Yeah, I'm gonna DM Jeppy like right now. Hey man. Yes, Egg, you're correct. That's half-half? Okay.
Alpha Earth, as this setting is on Omega Earth. Pearl is a beautiful map that is quite literally one mistake away from complete disaster.
That's true.
You see, Omega Earth, for whatever reason, it's still unclear why, has been devastated
it's so scary,
by environmental disasters. It's most likely due to problems or misuse with Radianite, or it could be problems with reality and the multiverse in Valorant. After all, there is a multiverse museum on Pearl located on Beast.
Can I just say, this is a W gun skin. If you have the gun skins and you have this variant, you're a W person, because that's the variant I use also. But yeah, it's a great skin line.
Site. We'll talk much more about this later in the video. The reason why I'm saying this is because obviously the second you step on the map, you notice that it's, well, completely underwater. There is a massive geodome encompassing this portion of the city, literally holding the weight of the ocean above it. This dome we've been talking about was designed and constructed by Kingdom Industries. Kingdom Industries is pretty much just the Omega Earth version of Kingdom Corporation here on Alpha Earth.
Wait, so they're different names?
Polycarbonate that
I actually didn't know that. I thought they were just both Kingdom.
From the likely frequent disasters like tidal waves, which we saw in the Pearl reveal trailer. Kingdom Industries also has the ability to control pretty much anything you can think of from within the dome's walls. Temperature, atmospheric pressure, oxygen levels, and the weirdest of them all, reality stabilization. Still not so sure what that one means, but I think it has something to do with the reality of Omega Earth being extremely fragile. I actually found what looks like to be an example of a fragile reality I'll show you at the end of the video. Here is the multiverse museum I was talking about earlier. Inside of it is a very confusing
You know what I really like about Valorant and Overwatch is that they have so much like representation for different nationalities, which is super cool. You don't see a lot of like Portuguese representation in games or stuff like that, or even like Filipino or Asian. I mean, the Asian ones that you usually see are like Chinese, Japanese, and Korean, which is cool. And then you have like Australian. Actually, I don't know. Are there a lot of Australian characters? Or like Astra. Astra's like a Ghanaian or something. I think it's just Sky. There are 3 in Overwatch? Damn. I know there's Sky in Valorant, but I know in like other games, Australian characters aren't super represented, I think. Do we have any like Filipinos here? Can you guys confirm if Neon is like a Filipino or the other agents? I mean, Sage is English and Jet kind of. I don't know.
Timeline within the museum that might
Jet
be hard
Russian.
to understand. And frankly, I even struggle with it, so I may need you guys to help me. Okay, so if we take a look at this timeline, I think it pretty much reads from left to right. We can see these numbers at the bottom. If we start reading it from left to right, what I believe is happening here is we see the Kingdom Industries big building. This looks like the Kingdom Industries logo, like the same thing that we see over on Kingdom Corporation on the map, split on Alpha Earth. Then over here, it looks like that, like the internet symbol. I don't know why. It just looks like, to me, it's really hard to read what it says down here. And trust me, guys, I really am trying with this. But I believe this is like internet, if I'm not mistaken, or like global, like World Wide Web or
Why is it dripping though? You guys see this? The globe is dripping, sweating. I don't know, man.
Something, and then we have the sun. And then over here, it looks like a lightning strike is hitting a planet or something with a halo on it. What I think this is, I think that this is the first light. So it looks like that the same events are happening on Omega Earth that it did on Alpha Earth, where, you know, you got kingdom, you got, I guess, internet, I don't know, like normal civilization, and then you have the first light. And that's when things start getting really strange. So if we go over to number 4 over here, we get this symbol.
Doesn't that look like Phoenix? Isn't that the Phoenix Flash, chat? Wait, can someone confirm? That's Yoru TP. Get out of here. Get out of here, man.
Now, if I'm not mistaken, doesn't this kind of look like the radiant symbol for the rank in Valorant? It kind of does to me. Either that, I really don't know what the symbol is. I'm pretty sure it stands for like radiant, right? Like radiance. I think. I don't know. Moving on.
Pearl predicted the Phoenix buff.
Radiant Knight. So this is what it looks like when you know, Radiant Knight is found on Earth. We actually have a symbol, like, you know, example of it right here. Radiant Knight. So it does look like exactly like that. So I think this is where Radiant Knight or Radiance started coming on Earth. And this is when the Kingdom Corporation, or I guess in Omega Earth, the Kingdom Industries, figured out how to manufacture it. Because then we can see right next to it at number 6, we see that it looks like the Radiant Knight is being powered. This looks
Umbrella
like a battery
Corp.
that's being
Oh my god.
up. It looks like that Radiant Knight is now being used as energy. So it looks like that this is when the Valorant Legion was started, probably to help control Rogue Radiance, just like on Alpha Earth. That's why the reason why the Valorant Protocol was founded. And then we move on to this. I think this is when the Valorant Legion or the Kingdom Industries started realizing that there are multiple realities. That's the only thing I can think of with this. Obviously, there's 2 Earths and a division, like a mirror, if you will. So I think...
Hey, chat, super random question. If you had an alternate version of yourself that was the opposite gender, and you went over to that other side, would you get together with yourself? Super random, super weird. Yes. No. I see. Noted. Just wanted to ask. Completely random, you know? I just wanted to see the, what chat thinks. I don't know, man. You know, just, I don't know why I'm like this. Anyway, it's because I'm hungry. Would you? No, probably not. No. Come on, guys. Come on. I have yeah, exactly. I have standards. I wouldn't be with my, doesn't say much about my girlfriend, but I have standards. Hey, Dustin, what's up?
In the timeline, after they discovered how to manufacture and, you know, harness
nice plunder,
they discovered about multiple realities. And then we move over to what I like to call the discovery area in the timeline. So this is what looks like to be the pipe.
Oh, just so you know, I've seen myself gender swap with like makeup and just wanted you to know. You know, I'm not gonna say it.
Pioneers of a teleporter and the Atlas.
I don't want to toot my own horn here.
All about it because this is the Atlas symbol right here. Now stay tuned for later in the video. I'm going to talk all about the Atlas organization and how important they are and how we first started seeing them in Valorant's timeline. But all you need to know for now is that this is the Atlas symbol, and then this is like teleporters being used by Atlas people. So as you can see, this suit right here, we can actually see on display right here. We're going to talk about it a little bit later as well. Now moving on, number 11, we have another placard of Kingdom Industries and the suit that we were talking about. And then this is, I think, this is them, like, going out exploring the multiverse, exploring amongst the stars. So over here they realize about multiple realities, and then they start expanding into multiple realities with Atlas and King Industries. Moving on, I think this is when stuff really started hitting the fan when it comes to the environment and the reality destabilization of Omega Earth. I believe this is like the interpretation of what the Geodome, you know, the thing that we are in right now, and the rising sea levels, the tidal waves, and the Kingdom Industries building the domes to protect and keep basically civilization alive in Omega Earth. Okay, moving on, I believe this is the Valorant Legion going out into the cosmos, going out into multiple realities to steal Radiant Knight from alternate realities. Basically, you know, the Valorant Legion.
Why does the Legion logo look like something straight out of a comic book? I don't know why. It reminds me of like a Marvel title card or something. You know how all the superheroes in the MCU have like their own little logo? Is it a comic? Wait, it is? Oh, okay. My bad.
Legion Omega Earth going over to Alpha Earth to steal Radiant Knight. That's where I believe this teleporter is, the Valorant Legion and the Kingdom Industries, all encompassing with the Radiant that they stole from other realities, to further their advancements. Let me know, guys, if this is your interpretation of the entire timeline as well. I really struggle with this.
That's a good
okay,
interpretation.
So since we're on the
Oh my
topic of
god, there's an
Atlas,
eye.
let me explain to you everything I know about them right now. So Atlas
They're
looks
watching
like a
you.
division maybe originating from Kingdom Industries that has extremely advanced technology and likely are the ones pioneering most things on Omega Earth. If we take a look at the Shattered cinematic, we can see the same symbol featured on the museum wall on the soldier's
cool.
patch right
That's
here.
really cool.
On the other side of the museum, we can...
You know, I don't know why, but I feel like a lot of the Titans, like, you know how they're the Olympians, the Titans? I feel like the Titans have, like, really cool names. You have, like, Atlas. Isn't it Prometheus? I actually don't remember. I just know the Greek names are super cool. Or at least that's what I think. Cronus. Anyone else? Any other names for the Titans? Oceanus? Okay, Oceanus just sounds like something else. Isn't Gaia the previous one, right? I'm sorry about my Greek mythology. The only thing I know about Greek mythology is about Percy Jackson and that stuff, and from God of War. So, yeah.
can see the same suit pictured in the timeline next to a replica of a teleporter. Now, I don't see any Atlas symbols on the suit, but I think it's pretty safe to say that Atlas personnel were the ones that wore these suits. Now, I did notice that there are these doors with the Atlas symbol on it located on A site and B site. The sign reads from top down, the protection, approved personnel only. I think it's not a coincidence that the two areas where the Radianite Omega Earth stole from us are stored at, that there are two Atlas safe houses nearby from the Radianite. Speaking of Omega Earth stealing Radianite from us, why are we even here on Pearl on Omega Earth in the first place? Well, so you guys know, the Valorant Protocol has been fighting off mirror doubles of themselves, with the attackers trying to plant the spike to teleport Radianite back to their home world Omega Earth. Well, with the genius mind of Killjoy and the power supplied by Neon, they built a teleporter that can safely transport the Valorant Protocol to Omega Earth to, well, I guess bring the fight to them.
Wait, what I don't understand is how do the agents keep dying in the cinematics and they just keep coming back? Like, what's the lore explanation for that? Is it Sage just reviving everyone every time? So if you kill Sage, it's like, oh. Like, Jet gets shot on the Icebox cinematic and all that stuff.
Prior to the events of the Shattered cinematic, Fade volunteered to be a guinea pig.
Oh, it's Fade, my main!
Teleporter and scouting out the teleporter terminal on Omega. By the way, now that I'm thinking about it, how come Fade was able to sneak over and spend some time there undetected, yet the second KJ, Neon, and Reyna got to the same teleporter terminal Fade came from, they were immediately ambushed by the Atlas soldiers.
Dude,
were they set up from someone? That's just a thought. What do you guys think? The mission
Betrayal
was to scout out the
Among
Radiant
Us.
storages on
There's an
Pearl
imposter.
and figure out if Omega was developing a sort of super weapon using all the Radianite they've been stealing from us. Killjoy found some very interesting things while hacking into the system. Firstly, the mirror
Killjoy's
agents on
new
Omega
bots are
Earth
so
aren't
cute,
called
by the way.
Valorant Protocol like on Alpha Earth. They refer to themselves as the Valorant Legion, and they are idolized as heroes by the civilians of Omega Earth. We'll talk about that later. And second, KJ discovered that in fact Kingdom Industries and Omega weren't building a weapon, they were manufacturing a means to survive.
Wait, just a random thought, but imagine if the agents would like evolve over time. You know how like in League of Legends they rework agents over time, and like, oh, like this champion is getting outdated, they rework it into something else. I don't think that'll happen to Valorant, but just imagine if Killjoy like evolved and had different bots or something, or if, I don't know, I'm just
we were talking about earlier is made and infused.
They reworked
Radianite.
Yoru? I mean,
now, if we
kind
take a look
of.
outside
Yeah,
the
actually.
dome on Pearl, we can see multiple colonies just like this
You're
one
right, yeah.
scattered around the ocean floor beneath the sea level. The reason why they need more Radianite is likely to build more of these domes to keep their civilization not only alive, but somewhat thriving.
Why is it
we
so
can see
green?
an underwater train station that looks like it connects the colonies together. Moving on, as I'm sure you guys have experienced exploring the map, that there are so many little lower Easter eggs scattered around the map. Like, for example, behind Defender Spawn, there is a monument celebrating and respecting members of the Valorant Legion. Remember, guys, the Valorant
are they
Legion
dead or
is
something?
basically the Valorant Protocol of
Why do they have
Omega Earth.
statues statues already.
Except one thing is common with these statues. They're all Radiants. In fact, these are the 4 founding Radiants of the Valorant Legion. Just like the Valorant Protocol, Phoenix, Sage, Omen, and Jet were the first Radiants to be recruited. It's
Actually, no. You can have a statue without being dead,
Omega,
I think.
It really does look like that Radiants are looked at as spectacular beings, while on Alpha Earth, Radiants mostly feel
Phoenix
like
got a
outcasts
bulge.
and are
Jesus
even somewhat
Christ.
oppressed sometimes.
That's the thing you got out of
Across
this.
the map over on the attacker spawn, we see even more insane little Easter eggs about reality and the Valorant multiverse. There are 2 signs I want to talk about. On the left, we really don't get that much on it, but I'll read it anyways. It says from top to bottom, Multiverse Museum, Radiant, future or threat. Come visit us in the Pearl District. So it looks like that the geodome we are under is called Pearl District, probably why the map is called Pearl. Perhaps the other colonies or districts outside the dome have other names. But the thing I think is actually insane is on the right side. This is what it says from top to bottom. Multiverse Museum, Alphaverse Exposure. Come visit us in the Pearl District, free for residents. Wow, mind blown. So obviously these signs are just promotions for the civilians.
Does that mean they can look into like the Alpha Earth like an aquarium? Like, oh, look at all these people on the other Earth. It's like, I don't know.
To visit the Multiverse Museum. Okay, so it looks like that the Kingdom Industries and well Omega Earth classify universes, naming them like Alpha and Omega, for example. But the part that interests me is that it says Alphaverse Exposure. So does that mean that they accidentally made contact with us? Because typically an exposure is mostly a word you would like use when you don't want to be necessarily well exposed to whatever you just came in contact with. So very, very interesting if you ask me. If we go back to the Multiverse Museum, on the 2nd floor, there's a sign that reads, beyond the Omega, we make it possible. With the same image we saw on the timeline at the beginning of the video I showed you earlier. So to the left, it says, don't be a nosy neighbor. Sounds like it has something to do with everyone staying in their own universe and not crossing over. Well, that's pretty much exactly what the image to the very left of it says. From top to bottom, it says worlds apart, high risks. If we look to the left, another image says keep the secret.
Wait, the theory crafting on this is insane.
Shows art of a person kind of shushing, signifying the secret they want to keep. What exactly?
These guys on Omega Earth are pervs. They're spying. They're looking at. Oh my god. Wait, so I'm confused. So if I understand correctly, what Jeppy is trying to imply is that they can see at the other Earth, or they're trying to keep it a secret, or they can jump to the other Earth, or something like that? I don't know.
Is that secret, you may ask? Well, I actually don't know. It's not like the multiverse or alternate dimensions is a secret to the civilians of Omega Earth like at all. So I'm not sure what secret they're trying to keep. What do you guys think it could be? Well, one secret I've been dying to tell you about is this little one right here. R. Pontes. Now that name does sound familiar, right? Of course it does, because we know exactly where my man, the mysterious Ruben Pontes,
who the hell is this guy?
Now, for those of you that don't know, Ruben Pontes was a scientist that lives here on Omega Earth. He was stationed at the Everett Research Facility, which is actually the map Fracture that we play on. He was partnered with an Alpha Earth scientist named Oren McKenniff, and they became pretty good friends while working together. We see evidence of their interactions via
What do you mean Phoenix's dad?
Oren was amazed about the stories of the citywide geodomes Ruben lived in on Omega. Turns out that geodome is the one we are in right now. But one email ends with, hey, have you seen Ty Guy? Now that's when everything started to go south.
Who the hell is
of course,
Ty
we
Guy?
know that Ty Guy was actually Chamber.
They reduced Chamber to Ty Guy?
Now Chamber.
Wait, Chamber's real name is Vincent? Oh no, that ruins everything. Why is his name Ty Guy and why is his real name Vincent? Oh no. No, my image of Chamber has just crumbled. Nothing against Vincent's, but his name's Vincent?
Chamber was banned from the facility, classified as a high-profile individual. Now, where does Ruben Pontes come in all of this? Well, somehow, Chamber was able to convince Ruben to give him clearance to the facility so that he can carry out the mission he was tasked to do. We don't know who hired Chamber or the Valorant Protocol will ever find out, but Chamber and his Omega double destroyed the facility by firing their sniper rifles on opposite sides of the Large Radon Collider, or LRC for short. This created a massive chain reaction, destroying the laboratory and killing many personnel there. We never knew what happened to Ruben or Oren until a few weeks ago. We saw images of Ruben and Oren aboard what looked like to be a rail car together. Actually, it looked pretty much exactly like this one in the cafe near B site. Then Ruben's face showed up on the mission board for our Valor protocols. Somehow Killjoy, likely with the help of Cypher.
Wait, how does this guy find this?
Obtained
Jesus
Ruben's
Christ.
username and password to log into the data center system in the Shattered Cinematic. Now, it looks like Kingdom Industries or the Valorant Legion were not happy with what Ruben and Oren did because it looks like they fled as wanted fugitives. We can tell because Ruben's house looks like it was condemned, and if we look at newspapers scattered around the map, it has their faces on wanted posters. Surprisingly, guys, outside the Atlas building over by B site, the same one I was talking about earlier in the video, we can actually see the wanted posters.
Dude, this is like a huge conspiracy theory.
Ruben's poster is on the left while Oren's is on the right. Let's read Ruben's first. From top to bottom, it says
Jesus
wanted,
Christ.
hosts a fugitive, dangerous subject. While Oren's on the right says from top to bottom, wanted, illegal alien plotting against Alpha. Wow. Okay.
He's an alien, chat. Well, technically, an alien is someone who's just not from the country,
while
right?
Oren is wanted because he plotted against Alpha Earth. But I'm actually confused. Why is Oren wanted? Ruben was the one, after all, that gave chamber clearance and was the accomplice to what happened on the Everland Research Facility. Also, why does Atlas care if Oren was plotting against Alpha in the first place? Isn't Alpha like enemies? Even if Oren was the one who did everything Ruben did, why would Atlas care?
That's true.
Oh my god, my head hurts. One last thing I wanted to bring up about Ruben Pontes. In one of those emails I was talking about earlier between him and Oren, while thrown in there was a
Chat, it's not soccer, it's football. Why? These guys are Americans. This is not accurate, you know, if you're Portuguese or something, yeah, you say football. It's like, no!
an email sent from a person named Aurora. Now, Aurora is the niece of Ruben Pontes, and she was emailing him saying that she didn't care that he was on a top secret mission, as she was so excited to tell Uncle Ruben that her soccer team made playoffs. Well, I have a really heartwarming thing to show you guys, because down in mid shops on the map, we can see a sports store. Now, in the bottom right of the display glass, there's a picture of a little girl holding
It's Cristiano
a trophy.
Ronaldo!
Now, I think it's pretty safe to say that this little girl is Aurora.
Sorry.
And hell yeah, her soccer team came in first place and won that tournament. Good job. Now, there are so many things I found and noticed on this map, but I know this video is already getting like pretty long. So let me just cut it down to some of my favorite Easter eggs or theories I found or, well, didn't find. Here's this massive, oh my god, dude, that thing is massive. What is that? Firstly, there is a massive ship outside the Geodome past the Defender spawn. What if this ship is the Omega's version of the Meridian? You know, that massive ship that crash landed on Breeze that has the teleporter KO came from? It looks like it might be it, but I didn't see any Meridian logos on it or anything, so I can't say it is for sure. Now, another thing I'm sure you guys have noticed, especially if you watched the Shattered Cinematic, is High Tide Comics, a really fun place showcasing the comics that are being displayed, you know, in the battle.
Wait, yeah, I also saw something. You guys see that earlier in the vid? There's like something swimming. It looked like something straight out of Subnautica. Wait, where is it? Yeah, there. Do you see it? Look at that. Look at that gigantic ass. What the fuck is that? You see it? It's like the faint shadow of it.
There's a massive ship outside the Geodome.
You see it? It's wild. There it is. Look at that. Megalodon. Kraken.
Is massive. What is that?
Tentacle
Firstly,
agent?
there is a massive ship outside the Geodome past the Defender spawn.
It's a shark.
What if this ship
That's a
is
big
the
shark.
Omega's version of the Meridian? You know, that massive ship that crash landed on Breeze that has the teleporter and anything, so I can't say it is for sure. Now, another thing I'm sure you guys have noticed, especially if you watched the Shattered Cinematic, is High Tide Comics.
Yo, that's my lost fish,
really
my
fun
bad.
place showcasing the comics that are being displayed,
Mutated
you know, in the battle
goldfish.
pass that we've seen. You know, Killjoy and Raze, the Valorant Legion, you know, Alpha Threat, the huge one, where it's being portrayed that Alpha Earth are the evil people who are like destroying Omega and like fighting us, when in all reality, Omega Earth is what started this conflict in the first place, came over to try to steal our Radiant. And then we have War Dogs, which is a really interesting thing where Brimstone and Breach are teaming up to well-accomplished missions, which is really funny because
Why do they spell dogs like that? That's like a really old way. I don't know. This is like 2000s way to spell dogs. Like I don't know. It seems like a boomer thing. Well, it fits. I mean, it's Brimstone.
because on Alpha Earth, you know, Breach and Brimstone really hate each other. Here we have looks like to be like Valorant Funko Pops. I'm sure you guys noticed
Dog
that the one
water
big theme throughout this comic store and what you've seen throughout all these comics is that the Valorant Legion really is idolized on Omega Earth. You know, there's the Funko Pops, there's the comics, there's the cardboard cutouts. There are so many different things of the Valorant Legion being idolized. Like Omega Earth and civilians here really do love the Valorant agents. Also, another thing that I thought was pretty funny is I found the Valorant Go, you know, Reina version over here.
Yo,
and then it says Riot Games
presents. Thanks for 2 months,
and then
man.
you have the Riot symbol over here. So I just think it's funny how even in game
Manga?
on Omega Earth, Riot
Reina's
is like
got
promoting their stuff. I
manga?
thought that was pretty funny.
Yeah.
Another thing I found, or actually didn't find, were any anti-Kingdom propaganda posters scattered around this map. I think that the civilians respect and appreciate Kingdom Industries here on Omega Earth. Interesting. Also over here on A site, inside this coffee shop, there's a coffee machine with a Kingdom corporation.
Why is Kingdom
logo on it
everywhere, dude?
instead of Kingdom Industries?
Why?
That was pretty interesting. Another thing that's interesting, if you ask me, is that in a main by these ruins, if you look up, we may have an example of what Kingdom Industries meant by a unstable reality.
Yeah, I don't know why, but
Because,
looking at this, it reminds me of Static Shock. Do you guys know Static Shock? It's a really old show. It's a DC superhero. What's his name? His name's Virgil. He flies on a trash can, or he flies on a circle thing. I don't know, but it's super old. I mean, he was in Justice League Unlimited too, but yeah. Wait, do you guys don't know Static Shock? Oh, yeah. Oh, my bad. Yeah, he flies on a manhole. My bad.
Well, these rocks are floating, and a weird energy is kind of surrounding it.
That's
now, it does
that was
not
on the
look like
show.
A spike detonation happened. You know how on Ascent on A site and B site you kind of have like those rift things and everything's floating over there? Well, this does not look the same. So I think what we see here may be an actual example of what a fragile segment in a reality looks like. But another thing that has been absolutely rattling my brain is this damn door with the number 10 above it. If any of you guys saw my Ascent lore video, you know that at the end I found this same door with the number 10 on it twice on that map. Now here it is again near mid on Pearl. Why is it there? Is
what
it
if they just reuse the textures?
Or does it have something to do with this crazy multiverse and alternate dimensions thing that Valorant has going on? Dude, this dang door confuses me. Well, guys, I can go literally on and on for like another hour, but I'll end it here. I actually just started streaming on Twitch again, so if you want to watch my live streams, follow me over there. Link in the description.
Go check them out, Jep.
Make sure
Good vid. Jeppy always makes high quality content. Shout out to Jeppy.